whenever since we come from like different like not better places, but like since we come from like abroad, they think we naturally are better. They keep saying that tuweko kusente like Oluseke. Is that what it is?
Yeah, Oluseke.
Yeah, they keep tuweko kusente. I was in a car. Was going somewhere with the family. One of the people I used to know when I was younger, Omwana, he was just there. He was just on the road. Kati na sanga motoka kanina uncle wangi. His name was my uncle. I was with my uncle. He's from London as well. Kati. Yeah, he was in the car. Kati na mbuza Sean, some money.
Your uncle?
No, my uncle, the kid I used to know.
But he's mature now. And he was yabada kuba Oluseke.
Hey, what in the motoka? Shegela. Kati na konkona dilisa. Shegela. Nengama. Sean, is that you? Shegela. Nengama. Yeah, man. It's me. Shegela. It's me. Chechi duo. Shegela. Kati nengama. Mwana banai. Boy. So kompeka kusenta. Ani sa. Kati na ni tusa muduzungu nengama. Some money, man. Some money. Nengama. Wait, to talk like at least yo, what's it like? How have you been? At least I haven't seen you like how many years now? Because I'm saying it just straight off the bat. I think listen, just please. I think I said something in my slang. Because he doesn't understand it. Because I said allow it, man. She take his auntie, touch his sister, like as if I'm the one that's like bringing the money. When we go to UK, we're just middle class. We're not rich. But the money that we do get, we invest it here as well. This is proof of the evidence. This is the evidence.
Bagambe shoni, bagambe.
I don't want you guys to be thinking. Saga mulozenti feturi bagaga nyo.
We babala bakuba Oluseke.
Hey, I kid you not. Say that kudimba. Like sometimes being needs. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
yeah, Kati. For me, if I saw a rich man myself, he just wants the money. But if you don't have a plan, if you have a plan and you actually take it step by step, and you just separate yourself from other people, you'll get to the goal you want to get to. But if you keep thinking about the money, I think you have no responsibilities. To Omwana, you have no house. You live in your mother's house. You end up like. You end up liking somebody's clothes, and you end up liking the way they dress, and you begin to sit down to everyone, because there's people I've encountered who have respect.
Yes.
But people here,
but some people.
I love the people here who have respect. They have so much self-respect, and they will never ask me for money. But there's some people that I've grew up with now that I've had to separate myself from because of the fact that they've been money hungry.
They're money hungry.
Even someone that we've even let in, I used to trust as well, like closely. He's even stolen from my mom, and we've even caught him in the house. This house here, we even caught him, and we had to separate ourselves from him. You get it? I used to love this guy. I used to love him so much, but because of this, it's like, how could we trust you now? We've given you everything. We've actually fed you like we've. What's that phrase, Uganda? Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Today.
Yeah. Because the sister kugamba ntinze na kudisiza, but at least my mom has done the work. She's even the money that she could have like spent on us, she's actually giving it to them, like for them to help, like to be helped.
So biche birala bebabogerako nga mutuse one.
They'll talk about.
They say what?
I need to think. They'll think that just because we have a lot of good things that we don't value them. We don't value. I was speaking to my uncle the other day. I was speaking to him the other day, and I had my phone. And then I think he asked me. No. We had a conversation, and then it led to the topic of the phone. And he asked me about what phone this is, and I said it's an iPhone 15 Pro Max. And then Nagamba, Kati, if I had that phone, I would value it more than you. Nengamba, what do you mean? Nagamba, you see me, I like to listen to music. I take my phone into the shower with me. I listen to music, it's in the shower with me.
You're misusing it.
No, those auntie, if it falls into the water, it's gone. Nengamba, that might be true. But at least I know how to use my phone correctly. At least I know where to put my phone. At least I value my phone. Yeah, auntie, because
you don't value it.
I don't. Yeah, he thinks I don't value my phone, but like the things that I have, I value it more. And I don't. And if I had an opportunity to I had an iPhone 11 before, I could have kept the same iPhone 11 for replacement. But it's a thing where I don't care about the materialistics. I'm grateful, but it's not a need.
Yeah.
Kati, my parents insisted I get an iPhone 15 Pro Max because I had the money and it was available, it was there. I just want an iPhone 11. I don't care about the latest phone, this and that. But it's the thought that counts. They insisted and I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max and I'm happy. I'm grateful. Just they think that we're not grateful.
The next station is Westminster. Doors will be open on the left-hand side. Please mind the gap between the platform and the what? So, it is what it is. So, do you Sean?
Yeah.
Sansokulaba. Ogambutya. Chiri. Tuoku sound bulungi so that people can hear you.
Yeah.
Soka weyanjule.
Sean Chilabo.
Sean Chilabo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mbela, London, South London to be exact. And yeah, happy to be here.
South London, where is South London? Croydon side?
No, Croydon is inside South London.
South?
South London.
South London.
Yeah.
For you from west side?
No, I'm from Croydon, which is inside South London. Yeah.
You man, why are you confusing me?
Croydon is inside South London.
Okay.
To the south, west, east, north.
Hey.
Yeah. That's just the part.
So home office is where? That's the only place I know in Croydon. Home office.
There's one in Croydon, yeah.
And Crystal Palace. That's the only place I can remember.
That's around. That's South London, yeah.
That's South.
Yeah.
South London.
Yeah.
How about Mitcham?
Mitcham, south.
South London.
Yeah.
Brixton.
South.
Brixton is south.
Yeah.
I thought East London.
No.
Brixton in south.
South, at least around south, yeah.
Okay. So which line do you use when you're going to North London? When you're using your
use
train.
Victoria. You can use Victoria line.
Is it Victoria line?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell them the next station is where. Tell them Seven Sisters. The next station will be Seven Sisters. Seven Sisters, they have a station, right?
Victoria
that's
line.
Victoria line.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we are coming up. Coming. So, Sean, chiri Muganda wange. Uganda erietya. Omwana wa Chameleone wamulabye? Ebintu by'omwana wa Chameleone ng'obyogerako ki? Muganda wange Sean. Tubimenye abantu bategeere kiki.
Kati, from what I do know, Chamani, he came out on social media talking about Ayoga Kutatawe. Talking about what he's suffering from alcohol, yeah.
Yes.
So is it I would say, can you ask my opinion on the situation?
Yeah, I want your opinion.
My opinion.
Because they are pinning you, temuina mpisa, you guys, you're unruly, you talk like whatever, you don't care. I want to get your opinion from you guys who are staying that side.
From the bit about.
Yes.
From the bit is, everyone has their own upbringing. In Uganda, everyone carries themselves a certain way because of the culture and tradition they were brought up in. But when you look at other countries like kids from the UK or kids from the USA, their approach or their upbringing is completely different to the culture in Uganda.
How?
Based on how they're raised in a household in Uganda and the people they like surround themselves with. Kati, it's something to do like from home. Kati, Uganda, people we have our own culture. There's traditions we have to follow. There's things you have to do like kamida, speak to when you speak to an older. But when you go to UK or US, like the US, those types of things are not normalized.
They don't work.
Yeah, because our cultures are completely different. Because what we accept in the UK is not what you guys would accept in Uganda.
True that.
You get it? So when it comes down to culture, it's the parents' responsibility to teach us these different things.
Oh,
take us
our
back
culture.
home. Yeah. Take us back home. basically. Not physically, but like teach us the different things, like how they used to grow up and how they expect us to behave, which they get. So if you're born in, okay, cool, me, I'm born in UK. There's certain things that you guys do that I probably don't do as much. Not because I don't want to, but because like it's not normalized for me.
Okay.
My main surroundings are the people around I surround myself with, like in the UK. Not all of them are Ugandan. So it's a mix of, London is like a mixture of cultures. There's different cultures. There's Jamaican cultures. There's like the Spanish culture, like those different sides.
But it's still a Ugandan.
You're still a Ugandan.
You're Ugandan.
Yeah. So the different things that
so it doesn't
that
mean
in the household,
that you should forget our culture.
Of course not. That's why I even speak Luganda, because it was even brought into me.
Yeah.
I was brought up in a Ugandan household, which means I can speak Luganda. And I know how to connect or speak to people of, you know what I'm saying, my people. Kati, there's people that embarrass us. Those kids who don't have behavior or don't show respect to their own, to elders or where they come from. Who don't care for where they come from. And it puts a bad image on us people, on us kids who are born from, you know what I'm saying,
diaspora.
You know what I'm saying, like London and different places. Kati, my say on that is, everyone has an upbringing. It's all down to the parents to instill us with this information, and it's down to us to really portray the good image of kids abroad.
The grown-ups, they don't make mistakes. So, who said that? So the guy was asking, because everybody was criticizing him about, like, the parents, they don't make mistakes. Do you believe in that? Or the guy was right?
No, my personal opinion, is I think is wrong. People do make mistakes. Parents make mistakes.
Parents make mistakes?
Yeah.
Grown-ups?
Yeah.
They make mistakes?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, really? I don't think so. In our culture, I don't think so. In our culture, yes. In your culture, they make mistakes?
Not even, just people make mistakes. Kati.
But in our culture, you're mixing cultures.
No, not even just that. Because there's times we can just see parents make mistakes. Some people make mistakes.
Here, parents don't make mistakes.
Let me ask you this. If you have a dad, and if you have both parents, and then the dad cheats on the mom, would you say it's a mistake? Or would you
dad
accept
cheats
it?
on the mom?
Yeah, or vice versa. Mom
Depends how many times.
Twice.
That's not a mistake. That's not a mistake if it is twice.
Yeah,
but if it is once, could be. Yeah.
So Chogamba, is it right for a man to cheat on a woman? They have a whole family now.
It could be a mistake if it is once.
If it is once, that means it's been a mistake already. The first time was a mistake. The second time, I did it on purpose.
Okay. All right.
The first time was a mistake. The second time, he did it on purpose. Cheating is on the first time he did it. It was an accident, but you get it. The second time, he supported it. He didn't take accountability, or she didn't take accountability. Kati, that whole bracket of grown-ups don't make mistakes is false, because we all make mistakes. Kati, to say someone doesn't make mistakes, fine, the parents must have came first before the children. But parents are still learning some things, the things that children can even teach them. So
children can teach parents some things?
Yeah, some things they can teach them. You can't say parents are all wise.
They're all wise in our culture.
They're all wise in your culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parents, they're wise in our culture, because
I'm not saying anything like they're silly. I'm not saying no parents are dumb. I'm not saying anything. What I'm saying is, mistakes are inevitable. We all make mistakes. So there's no way you can say it. Every culture has their own beliefs.
Okay.
Every culture has their own beliefs. If you choose to believe that parents don't make mistakes, that's fine. You can believe that. If I believe that parents do make mistakes, that's what it is.
Okay.
But naturally,
so that's why Abba was asking. Ania Gamba, who said parents don't make mistakes? So you agree with him?
I agree with that statement that parents, who said that parents don't make mistakes? They do. Everyone makes mistakes. So, yeah. There are mistakes that my mom has made, but she's learned from them.
Okay.
And we're able to communicate with each other with the mistakes that we go through as a family. Kati, that's the thing. Miscommunication matters. Miscommunication will destroy relationships.
Okay.
Kati, if you have that good communication, that good relationship between you and your parent, you guys will get on just well and just fine. Because you guys have become like one person and you guys agree on everything. There's not a thing someone can say about me. My mom will say, I believe that person. My mom will come and defend me first because she knows me and we communicate.
Yeah.
But if there's something that my mom has said and I tell her and I feel like it was wrong, I'll go to a private and I'll be like, Mom, I don't think you said this correctly.
True.
And then there'll be room for development.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
But wano anti wano mu culture yaffe buli woddamu muzaddewo like you're like beating your parent.
Yeah.
Obanga kuba muzaddewo.
Yeah. Do you know what? It depends on how you speak to them. Because if your mom has made a mistake and you notice it, no one else has noticed it and you've noticed it. But privately, mom, you come respectfully. Mom, there's something you said I didn't quite understand. I don't agree with it. Then you just tell her like in a calm manner, in a respectful manner. And that's how it is. Because as people, parents are the people we turn to for guidance. The parents are the people that even, you know what I'm saying, they gave us life, glory to God, and we have to make sure we make them proud one day, but also we have to learn from each other as well. Character development and all of that. That's what matters. So
kati kitegeeza abazadde you also make mistakes. So lwaki balowooza nti mu abaana abakulidde eri because you're bold enough to speak out.
Yeah.
Where do you think nti buli we mwogera balowooza you guys are like showing off oba you're just mutreating aba parents bubi, like because kesi ya Abba yalaze abantu Abba alinga atalina mpisa, some misinterpreted him.
Kati,
what do you think?
Let me ask you this: the majority of the people that say that when Abba spoke, the people that said that he's wrong for speaking or they had their own opinions like negatively.
Yes.
Are they mostly in Uganda or are they people around like the world?
No, from Uganda mostly.
The reason why they keep talking negatively about Abba is because some people are naturally just jealous that he's in a better position than they are. That's what it is.
Sean,
some of them, not saying
No.
I'm saying mostly, some people will like to come and say, oh, these kids, they're privileged, but they're showing off.
Yeah.
Someone could watch me right now and say that I'm showing off by the way I'm speaking. Just because I come from London. And I'm saying, I'm not better than anybody. I have no footstool on top of anybody.
Yes.
Me, I'm like literally, I'm grateful for everything that I have. And I'm highly blessed, I'm highly favored. But also, there's work I have to put in.
Yes.
Kati, when you tell me that I'm not humble, I don't do none of these things, that's fine. But I let my actions show. By the way I speak, you can tell that I'm not someone who disrespects people. Because by the way I carry myself, I have to carry myself in a way that people can see this person, he's actually genuine.
True.
But some kids, there some people are right when they say some kids who are abroad, they misbehave. Because in those cultures, in those sides where they live, there's more freedom that they hold. They have more freedom than most people in Uganda.
Yeah.
And sometimes too much freedom is not good. It's not a good thing. Like when you have freedom, you're allowed to go out any time, or you're allowed to do whatever you like. You can even speak to your parents disrespectfully. You can even call the police on your parents. Like you get it. They feel like they have power. And some people choose to abuse that power. But if you come from a strict African household in countries like UK, you'll begin to actually receive discipline from your parents, and you won't let the people of outside the culture turn you into another person. Because your parents can discipline you from home, but when you go outside, people can actually influence you.
Okay. So
that's what it is.
Kati Abba kitegeza abasinze omufuna obubi babadde be Uganda.
Yeah.
So parents,
you agreed as well.
Yeah, I agree with that because there was too much feedback from this side.
Yeah.
Abambagamba tatawo yakulabirira, tatawo yakusomesa, tatawo yabazimbira ennyumba, tatawo yabatwala mu America. Was that necessary?
They should actually try. They should actually just try and actually understand why he's actually speaking like this or take it. Before you comment on social media, think about the person's situation first. Take it. Kati, yeah, Khalif, I'm fine. Chameleon did like build houses for them, from what I know. He did a lot of things for his children.
Taking them to school.
Education.
Good schools.
Exactly. But there are some kids, I'm not going to say, this is just general. There are some kids, because they have a rich or famous parent, they feel the need to come and talk down on other people because they feel like they're in a bigger position.
Yeah.
And they lose their humility. They're not humble anymore because they think they can. But if you were raised right, it's more than just what the dad can give, but a conversation like just heart to heart. The dad can teach you some things that you have to learn as a child. He can teach you how to be humble. He can teach you how to be different things. But it's more than just the money. It's about what's really inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Abambagamba, you guys, you have a lot of freedom there.
Yeah.
And you misuse that freedom. You misuse the freedom you have to jump on your parents, to jump on other people. What do you think?
About the freedom?
Yeah, you have a lot of freedom. That's why you misuse it. Kids from diaspora. Is that right?
Me personally, yeah, there'll be influences, yeah. We do have a level of freedom that we have. But also, it all comes down to the people you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of freedom and you choose to use that freedom, instead of studying, for example, instead of going to the library and study, you go out and you start smoking or whatnot. You're abusing your freedom, and you're abusing the gift that God has given you, which is a what's it called? Which is a great life that your parents have given you too. Kati, when you abuse your freedom, you allow certain negative things, or you allow everything. Okay, cool. Let me just say, when you abuse your freedom, you're exposed to the world more. Kati, that includes the negative things of the world. You're exposed to the positive things, but also the negative things. When you have too much freedom, you allow yourself to go with a bad group of friends, to go on smoke or to do certain things. Rather than going home and studying or revising or doing something productive, which can help your future. So, with that, yeah, us guys who are from London, we have more, at least some sort of level of freedom that we can sometimes, not me, but sometimes we can misuse it.
Yeah.
But also,
and your parents.
Yeah, but also it's down to the maturity of yourself. It's down to the maturity that your parents have allowed you to experience. The responsibilities that they give you, you begin to adapt and you begin to grow up more. Because you see that this life is not just a joke. Most guys, most of us in the UK or USA, we have more freedom and we think life is just for fun. Life is fun. You just want to live your life, live your life now, this and that. But at the end of the day, you get to a certain age where you have to grow up, and you get to a certain age where you realize, I've had too much fun in my life, I've wasted my time. But to the point where I am now, I feel like most kids, most people are still having their fun. But me, I rather focus on my future now. I want to plan my future now and build up. There's some kids out there who want to focus on their life now, even younger than me, who want to focus on their life now, plan their future, help their family out. But there's some kids who like to misuse their freedom and disobey their parents and just...
Why do kids call police for their parents?
We don't always do that. It's just that...
You call police? Why? Muita police.
Nah.
You call police?
Me personally, I've never done that.
But you've heard stories?
You've heard stories, yeah.
Are they black? Is it in the black community or even in the white community?
Almost every community.
Every community?
Yeah. It's just because when you go to schools, yeah, they teach you about when your parents, when you can't turn to your parents,
Yeah.
you can call this number. Like there's something called childline. There's something childline.
Yeah, childline.
It's called childline. So basically,
For what?
when you feel like you're not being treated right at home, or when you feel
like how?
Primary school. What do you call primary school in Uganda? Before senior, like elementary, what do you call it? Primary, yeah. Kati kids from like the age of like
age of what?
4 to 10 or something like. It's not senior. It's not senior one. Primary 10.
That is
primary
primary
2.
1, primary 2, primary 3.
Yeah, okay, cool. When I'm a primary, at a young age, there'll be assemblies where you have, assemblies.
Yeah.
When they gather the whole school, there'll be someone to tell you. They'll feed you information like, if you feel like you're not being heard at home, or if you feel like there's something going on at home and you can't talk to your parents. Yeah, they'll tell you you can call this number, and they'll help you out. But the ways that they help you is that they'll probably either talk to you, communicate with you, try to make you feel better, and they'll refer you to social workers. And those social workers, they'll get involved in your personal life.
Why? That's
just the system, because some in London there's like this is everywhere. There's domestic abuse. As a
parents
school,
or
from the parents, domestic abuse, yeah, like
okay.
From the parents to the children.
They abuse you, African parents.
No.
They abuse, or even that.
There's been cases where parents have been known to abuse their children, and as a way to avoid this, as a precaution, the school has a responsibility to make sure the kids are safe, and they have to make sure the kids feel safe to speak to them anytime.
Okay.
And specifically African parents, but I'm saying there's been all communities, just to make them feel safer. But with the African community, the kids sometimes, because of the way the parents discipline them, and because of the way the teachers teach them, saying parents cannot beat their children or this and that, the kids feel like, because my mom has beaten me, and the school says I can call the police. The kids will be encouraged to call the polies. I say they don't understand they don't understand the consequences of calling police. They'll only regret it after their parents have been.
Why?
Discipline. Some kids just don't learn. And the kid says, "Shut up."
Hey.
The kid can say. Some kids can say that. Some kids are brave enough to say that.
They say, "Mom, shut up."
They just say, "Shut up." Some. I've heard this before. Now, one of the people I used to speak to, they used to come and tell me stories about how they used to mistreat their parents. Of course, that's not me.
No,
it's not me. It's not me. I honor my parents.
Oh, okay. So, essomero kyevali ateekawo essomero limanyi nti ewaka wabeerayo abuse ewaka. So bo ne okuguardinga student ne bateekawo eno gun line ey'okkubako in case of anything.
In case of emergency or case of
biki by'olina oloopayo ku police? Because I had some minor cases. Simanyi I didn't eat food. Simanyi what banyimye sinika. Naita police. What is that?
It comes down to like even a social worker. They come to your house and they see how you are living. I tell they never privately like me and you pretend you're a social worker and I'm the child. You're telling my mom you have to go down, you have to go over there. What again? I'm saying to get in.
They come to your home.
Yeah. And then they assess how you live. They ask the child, how do you feel in this house? Do you feel safe? Do you feel like you're being treated right? Are you being fed? And if the kid and they record it as well.
They record.
They record it as well. Baby one by now seniors, they have their superiors that they report back to. And if they feel like this child is not being treated to the correct standards, they'll either they'll put some boundaries between the family. They'll try to give the kid benefits of like helping them out personally. And then if it escalates and the child feels like he's not safe at home, the police will probably get involved.
Okay.
And they could even separate you from your household.
Okay. Parent asobola okubeera nga ali London. Nga nakola nafuna empapula nayagala okukima omwana we from Uganda. Nina mtwala nga like ali 10 or 15 or 12 or 17. Abaana abo bizibu ki bye basanga? Like what are the challenges?
Challenges could be language barrier. So the child is used to speaking Uganda.
Yeah.
But in the UK, you're speaking English.
Oh.
When you're new in a country full of people you don't know how they operate, it's good to be quiet and just sit back and listen. But the challenge is if you begin to speak, there'll be immature people who just laugh at your accent. Okay. There'll be immature people who make fun of you, and they'll say, "Go back to the village." Or they'll just mock you basically. But there'll be people who stand with you and help you.
Okay.
But the first issue would be language. Yeah. Second issue would be sticking to the Ugandan culture. It's a good thing, but you have to adapt, as I said.
Yes.
So keep the Ugandan culture in your heart, but also learn how to move. learn how to move. Different areas you have to move a certain way. Different areas you have to just be humble and listen and just. Or different areas you have to be solid. But also keep yourself in a positive, carry yourself in a positive manner at the same time. Language would be the issue. Would be the barrier. Second would be adapting. Second would be not adapting to the culture that's over there.
You have to.
You have to try to learn how people speak, how they move.
Tofukamira obuuza abantu ku street ebyo ebintu.
Can't imagine now.
Don't want them.
Yeah. Can't imagine now you see your teacher.
Okay.
You're entering a school, you see your teacher. No fukamira.
No fukamira.
Yeah.
Omubuuza. See what I say?
No.
Those things don't work.
They'll be like, get up, stop being silly, and just get your seat.
Okay.
Stuff like that. But it just varies to different places. Yeah.
Okay, so would you recommend somebody to go to London, and what age would you recommend somebody?
My sister came to London at a very young age, and that's and the way she's adapted now is good. If you come to London and at a grown-up age, you'll be a bit slower to pick up things. But as a child, your mind is a sponge; you can absorb anything. So my sister, she came to London at a young age. I think, how old was she? 8. So she had to just pick it up. The places that she's been to, the people that she's spoken to, she's even adapted to a British accent. Now it's become more easy for her. Now
when you go still young.
Yeah, when you're young, it's very good. That's advisable. Also, when you're grown up, it's good. I advise you to, but it's going to be harder and it's going to be like.
You'll be like asking yourself.
You'll be looking for other Ugandan people who can help you and help you relate to your situation. Do you get it? But naturally, it's better for a child. It's better for a person to go fly abroad at a young age if they're gonna stay there for a better life. That's what I'd say. But also anyone can travel. There's no age bracket where you shouldn't be able to travel. But yeah.
All right. Tuli wa nation mpola mpola tukubuulira ekintu bo bazaaliddwa eri bakubuulira gwayagala ogendayo mature entry. Tugiyita mature entry. Ebeera mature entry, right? Yeah. So mature entry, please tukubuusa bw'otuukayo ebintu bikyukakyuka. What are the do's and don'ts when you go to London, like UK? What am I supposed not to do? What am I supposed to do? Like simple things.
I feel like I want to start off with a don't. This one's big.
The don'ts.
The first don't is don't try to act like you know everything. Or don't try to act like don't try to be like everyone else in the UK, because the difference between you and them is that they've lived there, but you have just come and you're already trying to act like them already. For example, you know.
Yeah.
You're now on Kale. You're like, let's say you're 30. You fly to UK, and then you see people talking like they have their own slang on Shtegi. Yeah. Then you hear the slang, Nogamba, wagwan man, wagwan, bichi, Shtegi.
You want to jump on them.
You want to come and copy the lingo. I think, and honestly, like, it sounds silly. It sounds silly to them.
Okay.
But go over those anti, your match with Shtegi, over those anti, Shtegi, you're part of it, Shtegi.
What's up, nigga? They don't want. Don't jump on them. Oja kuswala. Okay, another thing. The don'ts.
A don't.
What am I not supposed to do in London when I've just come.
When you just
I
come,
must be careful with them.
One thing you shouldn't do, I'd say, is like I'm not too sure. One thing you shouldn't do is just talk too much or give us like be too revealing to certain people.
Don't talk too much.
Yeah, don't talk too much.
Hey,
but
so
only one thing you need to do is find people who are going to help you, who are going to help keep your stability in that country or stay there. Because when you go to London, don't be looking for just friends. Don't be looking to match energy. Look for people who are going to help you. Because even before you fly to Uganda, find some people in the UK. Like if you have friends to stay with, be with them and they'll teach you how to live. But don't go to random people asking like, how do I do this and that. Make sure you have a plan first. That's a do. Have a plan first before you fly out. Make sure you know where you're going, who you're staying with, and the type of people you want to be around.
Okay.
Then you'll build friends later on when you're stable.
Oh yeah.
First build that stability and then after, do as you please.
Why don't you recommend me to have friends faster?
If you have friends faster, you don't know who you're associating yourself with.
Okay.
So those friends you never know, there might even be police you don't even know. And then let's say you've come illegally.
You're associating with the police,
and then you come
but you don't know.
Yeah, you don't know, exactly. Just make sure you have people who know your situation and who can help you.
Ojja kwogera ennyo ng'oyogera n'abapoliisi bakutwale. So London yakwegendereza nnyo. You must be careful.
Yeah.
People, they don't just overtalk like.
Yeah.
Ne kutrain babeera silent.
Yeah, because
don't just enter into
you're on a train full of strangers, and it's like, depending on the train, it can be compacted. It can be packed full of different people, and everyone's just on their own business. Everyone's minding their own business. They have places to go to. They don't feel like talking. They just want to be in their own zone. That's even me as well. When I'm on the train, I don't like speaking to people.
You don't?
I don't, because when you're speaking to people, the train is really quiet. Everyone hears your conversation. The train is usually quiet. But if you're with a group of friends, that's fine.
But people, when you're alone?
When you're alone.
You find them talking and you jump on them?
It's better to start your
start
business.
from there. Here in Uganda.
But if you see someone who's approachable, you feel that's approachable. If you want to approach them, regarding the situation, approach them.
Okay. Yeah. Kati biche ebiyinza okundeetera okugenda mu komera if I don't I'm not careful in London.
The one
ne bantwala mu jail nga nze simanyi.
I want to tell you
bichi
so many different things. So many different things. So like obviously like there's a lot of things, but stuff like Kale, I'll be real. Abakazi, that's number one issue.
Abawala?
But if you don't know how to like conduct yourself in front of females, they can easily scream sexual assault, and they'll like based off of the sort of evidence. Can say like for example, and you're playing around. Let's say you're play fighting. Uganda, they can play fight with girls anyhow.
We can play with them.
Play with them in UK, see what happens.
You can touch them. In UK you can't.
No. What I'm saying is it depends on your relationship with them, of course. If you guys are like close, then that's fine or stay together. But what money and you're just like Omwana, and the guy
what?
Even whistling and stuff like that.
Oh, even whistling?
It's called catcalling.
What?
But it's a thing where if you progress, if you guys are by yourselves, if you're by yourselves, and she feels uncomfortable by your behavior, she can say sexual assault, and the police will come and have to like investigate it. You wouldn't be legally like you're guilty, but they'll lock you up for investigation.
Why? She's just uncomfortable.
If she feels uncomfortable,
but me, I'm comfortable.
Khalid, you can be comfortable. See what happens. You want to be comfortable.
If she's uncomfortable, she can call police.
If she's uncomfortable,
to check on the situation.
If she's uncomfortable and she says that you've assaulted her sexually.
Oh,
listen, I'm telling you. If she.
But the way they put on can seduce somebody.
Of course. But you as a man have to have self-control. As a man, have to have that self-control. If you don't have self-control, it'll land you into trouble. And you'll get yourself into unnecessary situations.
So,
and it'll give you a bad reputation. So as a man, self-control is needed. It's needed.
So you have to be careful with girls?
Yeah. Be careful. In general, be careful who you speak to. You might speak to the wrong person, and that person gets you angry. And then you have like a whole street fight or whatever. People will call the police and they'll try to break it up or whatever. And then if they find that you're in the wrong, you possibly, you know what I'm saying, they'll have to investigate you, whatever and whatnot. And imagine now you're just an immigrant, you've just landed in the UK, you've got yourself into trouble. They'll send you back. All those answers.
Okay. They send you back?
They could send you back.
So how have you managed? You guys have aberayo. Muchikoze mutyo kuberayo, like you're safe and you feel like the place is safe for you. Because so as the leader, it seems ekintu kiri like omuntu ali kubunkenke, but you guys are living.
Yeah.
Like muchikola mutyamu.
I could also ask you the same question. How do you guys live in Uganda? Where people can kill so easily. But the government, I can say the government's corrupt and things happen a lot.
But you survive.
You survive. What do you call it? Poison. You put it and then whatever happens. It becomes a story. No consequences.
So now engeri je tukikolamu namwe je mukikolamu.
Not the same way, but I could ask even this situation like even in Uganda. I could ask the same. But in the UK, everyone has their own way of living. Things have been normalized. So in the UK, we get by because we know our places, we know our surroundings. We know how to communicate with certain people. Some people don't have common sense and they just act a fool. Some people have too much pride and they don't want to be disrespected. So you have to know that person. This person's prideful. If I do something like he might react a certain type of way. But from what I see in Uganda, Tebatia, you'd go somewhere public, and then you'll see someone like let's say I'm walking past you and I hit your shoulder. Omwana, kukozeji.
Uganda.
You get it? But Tebatia,
Uganda.
They just fight.
They can fight from anywhere.
If somebody dies, there's a whole crowd just watching you. They just see a body on the floor. They just see a nag. And they just go by their business.
But in the UK, it's not like that.
In the UK, if someone is like put like in a position where they're close to death, there will be some people that just walk by, but there'll also be that there's always that one person that always has to come and jump in to stop the fight. In Uganda, it happens too, but in the UK, there's heavy precautions.
Yeah.
But some people just don't care; they do it anyways.
True.
But the difference is there's heavy precautions that follow with those actions.
The laws are working.
The laws are working.
Yeah. Temukiririza mu Katonda, temugenda kusaba, temusaala, is that temumanyi Katonda. Is that true?
That's a lie. That's a lie. Me myself, I've given my life to Christ. So whoever says that, I don't know what's wrong with them. Everyone, let me tell you, everyone experiences
Preach.
Everyone experiences God in their own way. It's a personal thing. Kati, if a kid is born into a Catholic household, chances are he's going to grow up to be someone who knows about God at least. They've been fed information. But it's down to that kid whether he wants to follow that or not. Some people can be born into a Christian household and yet become Muslim.
True.
You get it? But the thing is, there's only one God, and people experience Him in a radical way. They can experience God like at home, sitting down, and they feel like they've been. Let's say, for example, someone's been sick, and they've never turned to God once. But when they say, "I've tried everything, I'm tired. Like, what can I do?" And they say, "Lord, if you're real, heal me now." Some people have testimonies. Some people can say, "I've been healed." And they choose to change their life. But me, I can speak for most of the kids or most of the people abroad
in
London. God is real. You should fear God, and you should actually allow Jesus to change your life.
Okay.
For the simple fact that if you know that if you as a thinking human being can see you're alive, you're breathing, Have you ever seen something have you ever seen something that's not breathing give life? Have you ever seen non-life come from life?
Something doesn't breathe.
So can non-life produce life?
So like a stone doesn't breathe?
A stone doesn't breathe. A stone doesn't produce life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kati, life must come from life. And if you tell me God isn't real, that means you're telling me that how can you explain that we exist? You can't tell me the Big Bang doesn't. Scientists science can only explain so much. But to understand that yeah, cool, God is real, God exists, you must truly know where what you really believe in. Kati, me, I say, God
You're
is
born
real.
again or Catholic?
I'm born again.
Born again.
Because it says, I'm born again because to be born again means to be born of spirit. And to be born of spirit means like you've allowed the spirit of Jesus Christ, you've allowed the Holy Spirit to change you.
True.
Change you and empower you. Because it says, even in the Bible, if you believe in God and if you believe in Jesus, you believe in the Bible. Because how do you know about Jesus? You know it from the Bible.
Yeah.
Jesus says, a religious man, a Pharisee, who thought he knew so much about God, Jesus taught him Nagamba, unless you are born again, you cannot inherit the kingdom of God. Jesus never calls anyone to be Catholic, to be part of Church of England. No, he says unless you are born again. To be born again means to be born of spirit and water. Okay. The guy asked him, how can a man be born again? Can a man enter his mother's womb again? Jesus says no. You can hear the wind, you can hear where the wind goes.
Okay.
But you don't know, you can hear the wind, but you don't know where it's coming from.
True.
That's the same thing with being born again, being born of spirit. The spirit can come from anywhere, it can come from anywhere, it can come into you. But once you're born again, you become a new person. You're supposed to give your life, you're supposed to change your life for the better. Because that's what God wants us to do. He cares about us so much. Because in John 3:16...
Were you born like this or you just changed?
I changed. Because
Why did you change?
I was born in a Catholic household. But my thing was, at the time, don't get offended. Yeah, you have to let me speak. Respectfully, yeah.
Respectfully. Of course.
I was born in a Catholic household. But me being born into a Catholic household, I was told I should be going to Sunday school, this and that. My knee was overwhelming.
Okay.
I was even in a Catholic school. Even the Catholic school I was even into. No one cared about the religion itself. All we did was we just prayed. We just do our class. And I was like, why am I praying? And I never understood like my faith. I never knew God at all. I never knew, but I just knew Jesus Christ was born of a virgin woman. And then I used to ask questions. So many questions that I never found an answer to when I was a Catholic.
Okay.
But one time I experienced someone invited me to a church. It wasn't a Catholic church. It was more like it was a Pentecostal church, but it wasn't strict on denomination. I was invited to a church, Charis Church, and when I went to the church, it was different. The churches I used to go to, I used to sleep in them services. I used to sleep. They
were boring, or?
The churches were boring. Like the churches I went to, I used to think they were boring. But I respected it, and I continued doing it because of my parents.
Okay.
But when I went to the church, I felt a whole different environment. It was new. And then I began to like it, and I knew some people as well. And the way they told me that their life has changed, I wanted that for myself as well.
To change.
Kati, I started doing more research on Jesus Christ, and I started like checking more. And the more I began to attend that church, I began to understand. Okay, this is why. This is why this is that. Kati, this is why Jesus is important. Kati.
So your parents agreed with you?
My mom first thought it was a cult.
Okay.
I was going into a cult. I need this belief in Uganda. So it took my mom to come to the church that I was going to find out. And I believe that's good for a person to come and see where you're putting yourself into. Kati, around this time, I'd given my life to Christ in that church.
Okay.
I didn't give my life to the church. I gave my life to Christ because I began to love Jesus more and I began to know Jesus Christ more. Everyone experiences Jesus Christ in a personal way. Kati, me, I came to church. Mom, you don't know why I came to... I'll tell you why I came to church. I didn't tell you this.
Why did you go to church?
These things, their testimony, no matter how embarrassing it is. I came to church for a girl. just to speak to this girl, whatever, whatnot. But then God humbled me, and I actually began to actually know Jesus Christ myself. Because to me, I didn't want to go to the church just for the church.
Okay.
I wanted to go to church for a girl. But then it says God uses the foolish things of the world to confront the wise. Because to me, I thought I was so big. But then it was
so ending up bakwatiddeyo.
I actually began to love Jesus.
Yeah.
And the church helped me get to know Jesus Christ. And now I can never turn back because God loves me. So I feel God's love. Every time I walk with strength because I know I have a powerful God behind me.
Oh yeah.
And everything is done for me. A man dying for me, that type of love. That type of love I've never experienced. But when you feel the pain of all the people, Mary, his mother, watched him die in front. There was 2 men on the cross. Jesus was in the center, and there was 2 men. They were thieves. One of the thieves said, "If you're really God, if you're really God, take us off the cross. Save us." But then the other one said, "Do you know that this is God? This is the Christ. He can save us. Nagamba, Jesus, please. Once you ascend, please don't forget me. Don't forget me." That's what the thief said as they were dying.
Okay.
And then Jesus said, "Most assuredly I say to you, you will be with me." It's never too late for redemption. It's never too late for redemption.
But Sean, you're gonna be a pastor.
I receive it, but it's a thing where like
you're gonna be a pastor.
It's a thing.
Tubadde tumanyiya mwabali eyo temukkiririza mu Katonda. You've challenged me.
Everyone has their own belief and faith.
Kids from diaspora, they know God.
We know God. All around the world, people are beginning to know God. But it's just the belief that people in Uganda have.
People have a wrong belief.
No, I'm saying it's just the belief that people in Uganda have that we don't believe in God.
Yeah.
We don't believe, but everyone. If God is so big, that means He can do anything He wants to.
True.
If he can create this complex world, that means He can do the smallest thing, like even turn a person into a believer.
So He turned you.
I'm a believer and I believe in God and I have a relationship with God. Okay, it's possible.
That's good.
Yeah, and you can have that same relationship too.
Yeah.
I'll say one more scripture.
Which one?
John 3:16. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son. Whoever believes in Him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Jesus says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father but through me." There's no other way you can get to God apart through Jesus. If you... So, respectfully.
Oh, yeah, I do respect it. Listen. I receive it.
No, check remember is, don't cut this out.
I will not cut them.
Don't cut this out.
I will not cut them.
Jesus says,
I will not cut them out.
I'm not discriminating anything. If you're a Muslim, that's fine.
Yeah. I want them.
But the thing is, I want you to know that my God is real. My God has taken me through so much. Okay. He's brought me out of troubles. Do you get it? And through those troubles, He's helped me build my character. He's helped me become more confident. Because the way I'm speaking now, I would never do this. I would never do this.
Very confident.
I would never do this. When people think that I've always been confident, it's never been that. It's just the Holy Spirit that's given me the strength and the courage to do this.
Okay.
That's what it is. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Get to know Jesus before time ends. Repent and get to know Jesus Christ.
Tujja kukwatagana ne Sean ono next time. Tunyonyole abantu b'e Kampala bamuyisiza batya bamuyisa batya oluseke lususse banna bana abaana mubakuba enseke.
It's fine. I love you lot. I love them.
You love them?
I love the people. Oluseke tobikola.
Bakuba enseke n'abaana abato bakuba. Man. Tukome wano olwaleero next time tujja kudda next time nation tulabagane next time.